We will begin the prayers before teachings. Page 5. Om Ahung, Om Ahung, Om Ahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Samar Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Sambhara Sambhara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. Om Samara Samara Vimana Sara Mahajavahung. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all numberless kind mother sentient beings from imaginable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Teyata shame shamavati shamita shatru angukure mangure marazite karote keure tezowati oloyani visudha nirmale malapanaye kukure kaka grase grasane omuki paramuki amuki shamitani sarva graha bandha nane nigrihidva sarva para pravardina vimukta mara pasha sita pivatva buddha mudra ahnung gatita sarva mare putsarita parishudhe vigat santu sarva mara karmani. I prostrate to the gathering of dakinis of the three places, coming from the supreme holy site of space enjoying, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation and regard practitioners as their offspring. A ka sa ma ra ta sha da ra sa ma ra ya pet tayata gate gate para sangate bodhi soha. Through the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils, such as enemies, obstacles, and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shantim kuruye soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse, harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate an altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard. Once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagurha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of the Sangha of monks and a great gathering of the Sangha of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination, and at that same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound prajna paramita, saw in this way. He saw the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita should see in this way. Seeing the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature, form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu. No dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death. No end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of prajna paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times by means of prajna paramita fully awaken to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajna paramita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering, should be known as truth since there is no deception. The prajna paramita mantra is said in this way. Tayata om gate gate paragate parasangate bodhi swaha. Thus Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound prajna paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound prajna paramita just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, that whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. Please offer 3 prostrations to the teacher.
No need, no need. More for mandala. Yeah. Good morning. So thank you for coming. This teaching is a last minute request by Babette, and so I thought to just to connect with you again and let you ask questions freely. Okay, and I hope and I pray this trip, this has got benefit for your soul, for your heart and your soul. And so, many people ask me, is Buddhism for me? My answer is, if you can ask if Buddhism is for you, then most probably you are suitable to be Buddhist. The reason is, Buddhism is not for everybody. And Buddhism is definitely not for people who will just blindly follow for no reason. But once you reflect and have an introspection with our own experience in our life and the open-heartedness for now and projection towards the future, then actually Buddhism is only halfway suitable for you. What is a good candidate for Buddhism? Okay, of course, those of us who receive refuge, you're already Buddhist, right? But for those who didn't receive refuge, or or people who are thinking about it, and then honestly, Buddhism is really beneficial for those of us who want to take charge of our own lives and not leave it to some higher being who has got greater plans for us. Okay? It is always very comforting to think and to reflect that some greater being out there is there to make all this, let us go through this so that we can have a greater evolution. My teacher, my guru said, this is a very comforting thought. Very comforting thought. But he says this is not the method that we should adopt if we want to be Buddhist. That is why as Buddhists, especially for those of us who aspiring Mahayana and those of us who are practicing Vajrayana, we are doing our sadhana every day because it is a responsibility that we take for ourselves, that we start projecting our future metaphysical manifestation as the deity. You don't take refuge to the deity. You want to become the deity. You take refuge because you believe you've seen the miracles, and then you want to become the form, body, speech, and mind of the deity. Right? And that can only happen if we renounce the attachment of this current lifetime only, or this current mind. For example, your name is Seth. You are attached to your name as Seth. When I say Seth, in this room, only he will respond. Right? Because somehow programmed as Seth. If I say Joel, Joel open eyes. There's only one Joel. Right? Yeah. But if I say future Buddha, how many respond? Do you understand what I'm saying now? Understand and remember, you are the light and not the lantern. We can only label you or brand you as your lantern. Right? Who's Barbara? Who's Barbara here? No. There's only one Barbara Babette, right? Yeah, because who's Barbara? And then Babette go. Yeah. Right? So like that, this is the branding, the labeling that we have accepted. Now we need to renounce that and renounce the attachment to that. That you are the lantern, and reconnect as the light. And that light is your Buddha nature. Please remember that. When people react or respond, it is always the bad habit and the lantern reacting. For example, when you put seeds together, do they react? Do they have any reaction? Put seeds together? No, right? They dried, put together. But you grow, and then if they grow and they flourish and they flower and they fruit, then different fruits have different tastes and different flavors. Right? Right now, we are the result of the fruition of everything that has come together. So look at this bunch here, right? This bunch. There's a Tibetan fruit. There's maybe some Native American fruit here. There's African American fruit here. There's some Eastern European fruit here. Some Chinese fruit here. Right? Japanese fruit here. Right? Some Joel comes from where again? Puerto Rico fruit here. Is an Italian fruit here, right? Isn't it? Irish fruit here, everything, right? So you see, big salad, right? Either we see as salad or we see it as big mess. You understand? It all comes from mind. Everything comes from mind. I remember when I first came, Terry Arnold told me, say, oh, I put peanut butter in this thing, in a salad. I remember it was some kind of a salad, and she put peanut butter and miso paste or something, and sesame oil. When I ate it, it tasted interesting, but when she told me what she put inside, it left a very deep imprint in my mind. Peanut butter, American, and then sesame oil. Very Asian, right? And the miso, very Korean or Japanese. And it mixed all inside. This is called America. I told myself, this is called America. One way, melting pot. Another way, confusion, fusion or confusion. Fusion food or confusion food. Right? So it's all really totally based on this. So our mind has to be responsible for how you want to steer it. Okay? How we want to steer it. And that is the most important thing that can ever happen, because right now, after we come and practice together, you are actually empowering yourself to take control of your own life. That is the most important thing that is here. Like after this, I'm going to give give you the few of you, examination for Protector Puja. Geshitinle and said how to play. And then immediately, cold sweat. Right? Yeah. So whatever happens, many people say whatever happens, happen for a reason. Okay? Now, do it the other way around. Whatever happens, accept it like sky. Or accept it like space. Don't need to even say whatever happens, happen for a reason. That's why you're trying to justify. You're trying to this and that, Whatever happens, happens. Right? I came to America this time. I learned this phrase. I think I heard from my friend called Robert. He says, "Oh, things happen. It happens. Happens, yeah, happens." I thought, yes, this very nice English way of saying things happen. But it doesn't need to say it happens for a reason. It just happens. Things happen. So things happen. Right? And so that's why we want to sow seeds of enlightenment, not drop bombs. Sowing seeds of enlightenment so that it will happen. You understand? So I'd like you to project yourself from now onwards as you are sowing seeds of light. What does enlightenment mean? Just basically to be able to see. Just basically means to be able to have awareness. Small awareness or big awareness doesn't matter. Everything is step by step, step by step. Right? So small awareness or big awareness doesn't matter. Everything is work in progress. Okay? But there must and should be progress. And not say, everything work in progress, I just lean back and procrastinate. No. We take responsibility. Okay? Everything work in progress, so I shall work my progress. This is my request to you. If people put in so much effort to find fault and look at the past, and then after that there's a divide in society. Can you open the window? Then take this incense, put one side, put there. Protect the room. Thank you. Yeah, and so, where was I? One cough and it coughed away. Yeah. Yeah, taking responsibility. Then we take responsibility to sow all the seeds of light everywhere. Right? Babette was saying when she first came, we first got this building, it had a very sad energy of this. Many people, for 70 years, people came here to cry. Right? There are no specific spirits living here, but many people came, many beings came, right? And whatever, right? But slowly, the energy is now beginning to change. That has changed. It continues to evolve, and it will evolve because of you. Okay? Not because of one person or two person, but many people coming together. Right? Even clock agree. Right? And so, that's why Geshe-la is here. Please squeeze him. massage the orange and squeeze, so then they get orange, a lot of orange juice. Geshe-la very knowledgeable, right? I asked the Geshe-la to teach liberation in the palm of your hand, either by teaching or as a discussion, right? Please enjoy it. Take it more like listening to grandfather telling grandchildren story with love. Okay? Tibetan culture part, not sure? Ask him. Whether is it important for you to take it as the cultural aspect? Okay? You know Tibetan offering kata, right? You know what's the meaning of it? Actually it's offering a scarf, a shawl. Because weather is cold, offer a shawl. Right? You understand? Offering a shawl, scarf shawl, keep neck warm, keep upper body warm, like this. That's the most original. Right? So keep warm, meaning. So we come together, we practice. Anything you want to, if you cannot understand the Tibetan aspect of the liberation in the palm of your hand, think about its benefit for its people during that time, and how it would have evolved to be of benefit for our people of this time. Don't find the old story. Don't criticize the whole thing because of the stories used during that time 100 years ago. It is like now. It is like now. If we are talking about politics, then last time how other people did this, it is so negative. So this group like this group, the other group don't like the other group. If we put in the energy, towards the future and not talk about the past, this is such a great move forward. And what I want to say is this. It's none of your fault also, You are just the descendants. You are not the one causing the racism. You are not the one causing so many disharmony. It's your ancestors. But how to purify this is important. So today I want to tell you. You want to know? There's a lot of tension, right? Sometimes people talk about then there's a tension about politics and a tension about the different race and this and that. Now I share with you my experience. Okay? Like myself, if you can see, sometimes the incense cause me to cough, right? So I use this diffuser, and then you put the essential oil. I introduced Geshe-la diffuser. His room also very dry, and so I hear him cough. So diffuser also good. And you use the oil and the diffuser, and then you recite prayers. I have this prayer. You can go to my website, our temple website. Prayer of spontaneous illumination. Okay? Go and read that prayer, if you can, once a day. Okay? That prayer will release you from a lot of the angst of previous life, whether how you died, why you died, whether you were impaled, electrocuted, you died by accident, you died by burning, died by this. The prayer I wrote there. And you burn this incense, not burn now, water this incense, and then with flowers and fruits offer to the Buddha. And then after that, send this energy of love, of flowers to everywhere. Okay? Offering flowers, very wonderful to create harmony. You must remember this. If things seems to always be there but you don't get the result you want, then make sure you offer both flowers and fruits. But if you always feel lost, and you feel frightened, and you feel unsure, always offer lights. You must remember, light candles. Come to come to temple, light candles, because the many holy objects We don't have that many holy objects at home. But come to the temple. And when you pray, always say, you make your wish, your name, and where you are staying, your address. And dedicate the prayer. When you dedicate prayer, always remember to dedicate prayer, the result of the prayer and the blessing sent to the earth spirits, land spirits of the area where you are living, and the prayer of, and in this land here, this temple. Of course, easy to say, oh, for the world, but you don't, it's not specific enough, you know. But when the moment you start to say the address, things starts to change. For example, even if you have some misunderstanding, you offer flowers, offer light, okay, and offer this incense, and then you pray, okay, and then it will dissolve the misunderstanding. But say out, oh, what was the misunderstanding? Say out to Lord Buddha, say out to Avalokiteshvara, say out to Lord Chenrezig, Buddha of compassion. Say them out and say how you want to evolve. Don't just solve your problem, but you must now take the further, deeper responsibility. Do you realize that you're always facing the same problem? If you realize you're always facing the same problem, do you know then that is you are the problem? Not nice to hear, but it is a reality. If you're always facing the same problem, is we are the problem. Now, we need to purify that aspect of us that is holding on to the problem. We are struggling. So how should we evolve out of our struggles? That is the lantern, maybe one side have a crack. You need to change the glass panel or Asian lantern paper, then stick a new piece of paper. You understand? Okay? This is how we must see things around us, for us and around us. This is very important. Okay? If we don't see this, and if we don't choose to see it like that, this situation may solve, but another situation will arise. So people face gossip problem, will always face gossip problem. Some people face fear problem, will have fear, always have fear problem, always have paranoia problem, always have this problem, always have money problem. Some people always have money problem. Right? Because the moment they think of money, then they start to panic. Oh, I have to work so hard for money. They keep on saying like that. And it becomes their reality. Right? Maybe it's the relationship with money that they have to think about. Because money has become their boss and not money has become their friend. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So how do you attract money? So today, now I'm going to teach you. You want to know? Yes. How do you attract money?
We're waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. How you attract money is first how you are generous as a person. Now, generosity is not about just money. There's two things about generosity you must remember. Now I teach you this secret, or lineage secret. First is accepting help. Generosity is not just about giving, it's also about receiving. Because of our ego, our pride, our name, our fame, our honor, we refuse help, refuse advice, refuse support, refuse help, and we don't want to think new thing, don't want to eat new thing, don't want to try new thing. We think, oh, I'm okay, I'm this, I'm that. That is not being generous, and you'll always be poor. Right? Can you see it now? Right? And if you don't want to receive help, don't want to receive advice, don't want to receive support when you need it, how can you grow greater than whoever you are? Even the idea of being rich is, for some people, is difficult. Even the idea of investing is difficult. Oh, I'm poor, I'm this and that. Oh, this, oh, that. Yeah, I know you're going to be poor all your life. Not this life, next life also poor. Because you like being poor so much. That some people actually take vows of poverty from previous lives and this life still poor. You know that? Some people take vows of poverty. Some people take vow of celibacy in previous life. And take vows of loneliness because they want to practice that, and that was the way they've taught that was what spirituality was supposed to be. Torture and pain was spirituality. And then previous life they thought that they did what was good for them at that time. Or self, what they call flagellation, is it? Yeah. Yeah, that is the way, then I am purified from my sin. So previous life they do that. They love it so much. This life some babies born with scars. And then some people of this life, they're very lonely, this and that. But previous life they hold on so much. They, not just this life, my future life, I want to be like this. So that's why the prayer of spontaneous illumination will release you from all those things. And you want to press the reset button? Recite that prayer. Feel that prayer. Let it flow through your veins. You have to let the prayer, this prayer that I wrote, let it flow through your veins. You know why? Because right now it is selfish blood that flows through our veins. We need blood transfusion. Buddha's blood. Let the Buddha's blood flow through our veins. So, that's the first thing about wealth. You need to be accepting. Number 2, before even you think about that you're going to give money, please give support and give smiles. Give your time, give your effort, give your support, and give your practice. That is the cause for being wealthy. Those are the conditions of being wealthy. So, cause of being wealthy is actual giving seed money. Giving seed money, right? Whatever you have, money is invented by men, In ancient times, I don't know about Europe, but in ancient times in Asia, in China, and Tibet, cowrie shells was money. There was some kind of clam shells was money. That's why till now, that tradition flourished till now. In certain Chinese funerals, ceremony rituals, they still scatter clams. So that's like the clam shells that are there. That's money. So the dead will never run out of money. A good intent but ridiculous practice, right? But anything cultural is just cultural. Whether ridiculous or not, it has become a culture, right? So the reason why we are here today, communal karma. And that communal karma is that we all know we need to evolve. Honestly. You and I all know we need to evolve. How to evolve? When to evolve? When is now? How? Start receiving help. Start opening up. Start helping one another. Start sharing. Too many of us are like capsicums put together, Different colored, multicolored capsicums. Some of us are small, the small, very, what, devil's chili? You know, small round one. I don't know, I can't remember the name. But very interesting. Compressed until very small, but very powerful. Some very big, no power at all. You know, sweet capsicum. I'm saying me. Look very big, but no power. Some very, very small. Wow. Right? So like this. Causes of wealth, receiving, supporting, giving, okay, and sharing. Right? And these are exactly what, the 4 activity of increasing the Dharma. Practicing what you preach, right? Giving good advice, giving things, generosity, right? And conversation, skillful communication. Isn't it? And if you practice these 4, it is your choice to practice these 4. All of us are suffering, including you, including me. All of us have our own difficulties. We all have what? Father problem, mother problem, husband problem, wife problem, children problem, work problem, boss problem, passion problem, work problem, colleague problem, boss problem, everything. Then house problem. Isn't it? Yeah? Money problem. Everybody have. Everybody have. But instead of complaining, focus the energy on creating. So lighting lights, offering flowers, offering fruits, particularly fruits, not man-made food stuff. Flower then become fruit. Right? Yeah. So chalk offering, cake, then inside they have dried fruits, right? And that means why they put dry fruit in a toma. Why? Because it is the collection of many. It means actually what it means is collection of good harvest. Because if the harvest that year is good, you're going to have lots of dried fruits. You understand? So it is called collection of good conditions, collection of auspicious harvests and auspicious conditions. Nowadays, many people don't explain the meaning. Many people don't know the meaning. Just say, "Oh, this is just fruit cake." Right? Fruit cake, yes, fruit cake. If there's famine and if there's war and if there's is there even fruit cake? Is there even fruits? Right? So when we can make offerings and we can enjoy whatever the conditions, please enjoy. Please make the auspicious conditions to continue to make offering and enjoy and this and that. Then, life after life, we don't talk life after life, okay? Today and tomorrow, day after day, month after month, year after year, it becomes better and better and better and better. Here better, here automatic better. Here better, here does not automatic mean better. Right? That's why you see many people become PhD, permanent head damage, and then here also, my PhD is not your professor PhD. Right? Permanent head damage, then also permanent heart damage. Right? Because it's only about study, it's only about solving the condition, solving the issue. So you put a plaster here doesn't mean if the person diabetic and therefore have a something here, you put this thing, this one recover, another thing come. Go deeper, and it is always here. Can? Okay? Correct or not? Correct? Carino. Yeah, Babette's Carino. Correct or not? She hears it as Carino. I don't know why. Yeah, that's how I say it, Karino. Correct or not? Okay? So it is your choice. Yeah? How you communicate, very important. You may have the best of intent, but if the way you communicate is curt and not skillful, this is something that imprint, we need to purify our ancestral karma. Just now I talk about this ancestral karma. And so therefore regularly always come together, do puja. And when you do puja, do prayer, always say, I dedicate marriage to my ancestors. And also I'm willing to release my ancestors' grasp of me. And I'm also willing to release my grasping towards my ancestors. It can be, you can be grasping your mother, grasping your father, grasping your grandparents, grasping. It's because of the grasping that cause us to keep their bad habits or good habits. But usually, hey, we keep all the bad habits and we never keep the good habits, right? Isn't it? Right? We keep people's bad habits, we don't remember people's good habits. And so when we have this thing, this issue, you must dedicate the marriage specifically for that. Some people, when they talk with the best of intention but too straight like an arrow. So how would you receive an arrow? Do you feel you are fast enough to samurai? Like can grab the arrow, or you be shot? You understand? Yeah. Now even faster bullet. Right? Boom. And what happens? Right? And so skillful conversation is little bit going round. Like what? You play bowling, but the ball goes this way, then goes this way, and then goes oh. You see? Like that. Okay? Feel what I say about skillful conversation. Many of us, we are able to give good advice, we are able to practice what we preach, we are able to give things, but we don't know skillful conversation. Why? Because our ancestors' time were very tough. And so whoever tough survive. Right? And we receive the best of all the toughness. And so we feel now whoever tough is the one that can survive, that can do well in life. You have to choose to release all this now. And even you choose to release, it doesn't mean they want to release you. That's the part. That's why you have to dedicate marriage for them. So when you offer incense, you also feel your ancestors receive this. So that's why when you burn incense, you do prayer, the power of prayer and intent, it goes into the sky, or now modern word goes into the universe, and the universe accept your energy, and then it starts to realign itself. I have to learn new English word. Right? But how I learned was, in the past we burn incense. The incense is like clouds, and the sky is like having clouds, so there's cloud of prayers and rain of blessing. My time, my teacher say like this: you burn incense, fire is big, sprinkle water, blessed water, and then it becomes like clouds, white smoke. So become clouds of prayers and rain of blessings for all beings. Right? So you got humidifier also become cloud, right? Cloud of incense and rain of blessings. So this is my request for you. You must accept to release your pain and release your grasping for pain. And you must give present of rain of blessings for all those who didn't want to release you from their pain. It can be your ancestors, it can be whoever, They just want you to suffer. Then you offer them this incense, offer them these nice things, and slowly they will everything purify. Can? Okay? Yeah? So this is, I'm sharing experience. Okay, any questions?
Well, first of all, thank you again for less complaining, more creating. And I also think another takeaway from today is don't just solve, evolve.
Mm.
So be in touch with our shameless marketing department.
Yes, yes.
Something that you've talked a little bit about while you're here, and I wonder if you could just revisit for a moment, is the method for changing study into practice. What recommendations you have? Some of us are really good at studying.
Study.
That's the next step.
My next step is painful, but it taking medicine and not putting plaster. Whatever you have studied, or we continue to read little bit. Definitely in our daily life, always something will trigger us. Your triggers are the sign of your light telling you the wind is blowing into the lantern. Okay? Your enlightened Buddha nature is screaming, "Help me!" It's screaming. So that's why you get triggered, right? So when we get triggered, apply whatever you have learned to the trigger points. The most common trigger points I feel are always how did you learn when you were a child?
A lot of by example.
Yes,
Before
mimicking.
you make it.
Actually, it's mimicking. We learn from how our parents behave. We learn how our grandparents behave. We learn from how they speak. We learn from. That's why, right? If you are Italian and ancestors, you have an Italian slang. You have Chinese Uncle Roger. My Cantonese relatives, when they learn speak English, all sound like that. Yeah, yeah. Fishball call people. Oh gosh. Yeah, right. So is this Uncle Roger slang, is it real? Yes, it's very real. Come to Singapore and Malaysia, I'll bring you to the real heartlands. Okay? And you'll be living in an area where how come everybody speaks like that? Okay? And so it's by mimicking. And so when we start to feel the pain, start to realize when we learn Buddhism is here, but we have not mimicked Buddha. We learn Buddhism, but not yet mimic Buddha. We have to start mimicking Buddha. Mimic Buddha versus mimic our parents and mimic our grandparents and mimic our ancestors. You see what's the big difference? Mimic Buddha, mimic parents. Buddha is beyond all this. But Buddha's love manifested as words, and he led by example. Right? So mimic Buddha is my honest short explanation how to live that inside us. So like when now I requested some of you to join the committee of the temple so we can serve this community better and greater. If you have time, please join as members, please support, so the main thing is so that actually you have the power to make this a better place. You have the power. You have a say. You don't have to say, "Huh, am I qualified? Huh, am I good?" And no, everybody is good. Everybody is qualified. Everybody is accepted. The main thing is for everybody to mimic Buddha, especially in the temple society community. Everybody should mimic Buddha, and not everybody should be me. Me, not me as Singha Rinpoche, but everybody say, "Hey, I'm like that. I'm like that. So how? So what? If you like it, accept. I'm like that. No, no. If you are like that, then you have no hope. You won't even want to learn anything new, because the learning is really truly mimicking. Right? Like you sing very well, right? How did you learn how to sing? Yes, you learn to sing from your mother, right? You learn to sing from your mother, and then what happens? Who recognized that as good singing? Everybody who could appreciate this is called singing, right? I tell you, one of the most actually this one, right, quite funny, right? Everybody, well, I remember I was in Ladakh, and so Ladakh, everybody welcome. So the people, they say, oh, they go offering dance, and so they hold vase and flower, and they all go in one circle and they dance. I thought that's my grandmother can dance faster than that, no? They dance, they go 1 feet forward, 1 feet back, and the movement is this speed. One hand holding one flower, like this. There's a repeated movement. Then one step to the right, and then they go like that. I was wondering why so slow, you know? Maybe too cold, frozen. Yeah, it's just because in Tibet when they dance very fast. In Tibet they dance around the fire, you know, they move similar to Native American dancing, you know, they go one round, one circle. The Sherpas and the Tibetans, they go quite fast. But Ladakh was really slow. So I was, that's very slow. Very, very, very slow. You should go YouTube, see how Ladakhi people dance, and see how Tibetans dance, right? And maybe Geshe Tinde teach you Tibetan dancing. Maybe. Who knows, yeah? Right? Actually, Geshe Tinde can joke very well, no? He just always looks. You should go squeeze the orange and get orange juice. Yeah, massage Geshe Tinde up, yeah. Yeah, warm him up 3 times, not just 1 time, yeah. Yeah. So about this part, learning Buddhism, 2 words. Remember, mimic Buddha. Right? Mimic Buddha. Mimic Buddha like you mimic your mother singing. Then, you know, what this European one fat man, he sing very loud. Oh, this, yeah, yeah. Papa Roti, yeah. Papa Roti, Pavarotti, yeah, yeah. You know, Papa Roti means, in Singapore, means father's bread, right? Papa is father, Roti is bread, right? Yeah, Papa also, yeah. You know, now I remember, Pavarotti. Pavarotti sing very nice, right? But this style called nice is accepted by who? By a group of people who appreciate, and then everybody say nice, then it became nice. Right? How's Puerto Rican singing? Now, emotional, bring out the feeling, then that's called nice. You understand? Yeah. What is singing without emotion like? You know what's that, singing without emotion? Either very terrible or very peaceful. The singing without emotion is called meditation. My guru told me. Sing without emotion is a release, is Meditation is called singing. We like, how to say, private, I don't know how to say. Not joke, but private short form. We don't say meditation, we say short form. I don't know how to say English. Privately, we just say, "Oh, let's do emotionless singing." Just like another name. Purpose is to rewire the mind. Emotionless singing is called breathing. You don't breathe with emotion during meditation. Listen to the music of your breath. Okay? Right? Any other question?
There's one question for online Rinpoche. Dear Rinpoche, my mother is very sick. Even after chanting medicine Buddha and dedicating to her, she's still not getting well even with chemo. If we were to pray and wish for longevity for her, is it wrong to do so?
It's not wrong to do so, but everybody prays, everybody wants hope, everybody wants dream. But does everybody really understand what the teaching of Buddha is all about? My father had cancer. My father was given less than 3 months to live. I did puja, I did everything, but I knew all of us are going to die. We either die this way or die that way. In the end, his life extended by almost 1 year. He died when I was in Tibet. Right? My father's life, he died 3 times. He resurrected twice. The third time, then he was willing to die. Right? When I was a child, he had a bicycle accident and then he died. And then he saw Amitabha Buddha, and then Amitabha Buddha told him, "Your time is not back yet." Then he felt that like go through a tunnel, and then doctor called him, and then he woke up. Second time he died was the morning he died. Right? Then he listening to Guru's recitation. My Guru was doing recitation for him over the phone. Then he passed away. After they covered him in cloth, we requested him to be there for a while in meditation. After a few hours, he coughed, and he woke up, And then he talked to my mother, and then of course there's something, he vomited out some things. Then after that, then he died. That's the third death. Yeah. So, there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of prayer, there's a lot of expectation. But don't blame Buddha when people die. It's not say if people die, because all of us are going to die. It's the body die, not the being die. Prayer is purification. If medicine Buddha can cure all the disease, then what is the ultimate disease to be cured is the emotion, because the emotion is holding on to the pain that causes the disease. So I would say, please mimic Buddha and do the prayers that is for all beings, to cure all beings suffering, and then hope and pray for the best. My advice, give medicine to the poor. Give medicine to the poor, give food to the poor, right? Like many likes, accumulate merit means make offering and make charity. 上供下施. Okay? Yeah, make offering and make charity. This is my advice. Okay? Anything else? If not, thank you. Yeah. Please remember my request. we need help to renovate the kitchen upstairs. If not, next year I come, I think we cannot cook here anymore. Yeah, already we are cooking behind, right? And so when you're washing the sink and everything, it's falling apart. Yeah, it's a bit scary, the kitchen. Right? So my request is, if you can help, please help. If you cannot help, please ask your friends to help. And no donation is too small. All right? And just want to get this place up and well. Okay? If you can help with waterproofing, if you can help with waterproofing or you know how to do it, behind in the storeroom, boiler room behind, there's always some water leakage and the water seeps through the walls in the protector room. So if you can help or you know how to do it or you know somebody who can do it, please help. Okay, that's my request. Third request, please take good care of Geshe-la. Okay, make Geshe-la round. Make Geshe-la round, happy. Yeah, okay, and get as much teaching from Geshe-la as much as possible. Okay, bring Geshe-la out for meals so that he don't need to cook. Every day, take turn, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And now we have opening hours of temple, mornings. Okay, if you can come at least there. So, and anybody needs help can always just come and talk to Geshe-la. All right, just my request is don't go up to his room, but you come and then come down and talk, and go and talk to the resident Geshe Lama. Okay, thank you.
I want to say a couple of things here. Rinpoche will be leaving